Greetings, Bitcoiners in the land of YouTube. I have this email I got last week from Kraken talking about Bitcoin closing below its 20-week EMA last week. Bitcoin now at risk falling through its bull market support band. History says that a close below the 21-week SMA would mean Bitcoin is back in a bear market, while a rebound above the 20-week EMA would signal that Bitcoin has new support. So as you well know, Bitcoin pumped the other day, and we're well above that now. But I believe this is a valuable little thing to look at. White line on top is the 20-week EMA. Yellow line on bottom is the 21-week SMA. The weekly closes at Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Last Sunday would have been September 26th, 7 p.m. There it is, closing. So we were in danger. We actually bounced off of it here, September 21st. Before I talk too much more, I have another football pick. For those of you interested in that, I'll put my pick at the end of this video. In the future, if you want to know the videos where I put a football pick in them, I'll put a little football emoji on the thumbnail, a big one, I guess, on the thumbnail so you can see it. Not everyone's going to be interested in that, but since it went so good last week on my first try, or my first video about it, I'll go ahead and put out another one this week. So check out the end of the video. For those of you, let me know in the comments section how many of you are actually interested in a nice quality football pick. I know there's some people out there for sure, but let me know. I think I can do pretty good if I do it properly. So basically that message from Kraken, what it's saying is a close above the white EMA is bullish, right? I guess it's obvious. And a close below the yellow SMA is bearish. And this isn't exact science, and history doesn't have to repeat. But I do like this. I think it's worth making a video about. Let me show you the videos I've been making for quite some time. If you've been watching my videos about my top and bottom layer cake, my Bitcoin layer cake. Let's see. Let's make this guy a different color so you can see what I'm doing here. So I've been saying basically from right about 42,000, and then about 45,000, 44,700. This little tidbit about these moving averages, the 20 and 21 week smooth moving average and estimated moving average. It kind of fits in with my bottom layer cake, my top layer cake, right? I've been saying for a long time now, Bitcoin up here, top layer cake. When is Bitcoin going to come down here and be a bottom layer cake? And Bitcoin's just hanging on by a thread, even though I just had a real nice little pump. It's still, in my opinion, hanging on by a thread. I was calling for, and this has happened, I was calling for Bitcoin to bounce. Remember I was talking about the futures close last Friday every month. How Bitcoin kind of dumps to it and bounces up, dump, bounce up, dump, bounce up, dump, bounce up, dump, bounce up. And then in July, the trend changed. It pumped and bounced and dumped down. Then in August, for the first time, it just went sideways through the futures close and really didn't do a whole lot. Although it did, there was a nice little pump afterwards. End of August, start of September, there was a pump, and then the big crash. And there it is. This is what I was calling for, right? I was saying I was expecting after it gets done dumping, no matter if it did it at 42 or if it came down to 37 or 38, I was expecting this, right? The pump off the dump, and there it is. Actually came all the way down to 39,400. Pumped. There it is. It's perfect. So if you notice, if you throw out July and August and you look at the first 6 months, January through June, see how similar that is? It's just almost like clockwork. Dump down towards, it's not perfect, you know, it's not perfect to the day, but dump downs towards the monthly futures, Bitcoin futures closing dates, and then pumps away from it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Boom, there it is. See, because Bitcoin's kind of back in that cycle after the big Elon Musk dump and everyone catching their breath and a little bit of change here in July and August as it pumped back up. You know my opinions about what happened there. I don't need to keep talking about it, but there it is. So what am I expecting now? I'm expecting dump. Coming. See how it pumps and dumps and pumps and dumps. It looks like it's back in its little cycle. So maybe just eyeballing it and not getting too technical. Maybe we're looking at another Bitcoin top layer cake, perhaps. I wouldn't expect a real harsh dump, and we'll see. We'll see if it dumps back down to last Friday in October. We'll see how that comes. Maybe, and in my last video, I think I said, or one of my last videos, I said maybe next month is the dump where it becomes the bottom layer cake, and that's setting up, looking pretty good, right? If you follow this here, something like that. But if you're a trader out there, if you're interested in trading this is pretty easy stuff. And this is the daily chart, and I'm talking about days and weeks and months, right? I'm not talking about an hour from now, or I'm not talking about tomorrow. This is basically my outlook for October. I would expect it to just kind of meander around in here, and then look for the dump down towards the futures close, and we'll see, right? We'll see if we get another one of these dumps and pumps, and I would expect it to become a bottom layer cake, and maybe come back up here and try to break resistance, and then carry out into the bear market. But that's just speculation. I've been saying this for a long time. Maybe it takes a lot longer. Maybe this is going to be a slow, drawn out thing like this, right? Maybe this is the bear market, bumping off 30,000, coming up to 42, right? We'll see. But these big crevices, I would let's get this garbage off here. I've been talking about maybe the possibility of big, deep crevices, and that's kind of what's been going on. Let's see, these are pretty big little. I mean, these are big, nice crevices. Now I'm talking on weekly, monthly time frames. I would expect this maybe to continue. So right now, I would if I were going to, I would probably be looking to be putting short orders in, even though Bitcoin is liable to maybe Bitcoin pumps up and bounces off 50,000 again. But I think this is probably a little local top. This is probably the top for now. I was saying in the last video, I wouldn't expect it to go above this peak here at 49, and it didn't as of now, but it still could. It could still pump back up. Maybe it pumps way back up to 52. But long term, I would expect, if I were trading this, I would expect I would probably be putting in little shorts right now, low leverage. That way, your liquidation price would be way up here above 60,000. It's highly unlikely Bitcoin goes up there. So I would expect over the course of the next 2 or 3 weeks to do something like this. And then we're looking for the pump. Something like that. Okay, let's get to the football. There's lots of videos on YouTube if you want super technical stuff over and over. I think I've been calling this pretty good. I'm basically calling this entire cycle, right, from late November 2020 coming into late 2021 as of now. I think I've got a pretty good handle on what's going on. So hopefully I'm providing you good value. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about my opinions and my little my long-term analysis here. Football. There's only one I see. So if I'm willing to make a video about this, I'm going to say if they play this game 100 times, 80 times, this will happen. I got Tennessee at -6. Now, maybe I buy some points. See this site here? I can buy a half point for a little less odds. I can get 5.5. I go down to 5. But I like this at 6. If you're, I might put in a little bit at 5.5 or 5. But this was at 7. Tennessee has their best 2 wide receivers out. And I think this is mainly ran by algorithms and bots and computers, and they lack a human factor. Sometimes I see mistakes. This isn't as bad as the one last week. Let me know what you guys thought about that. The Kent State Maryland game was over under 71. I said it should be about 54, and it turned out to be 53. That was pretty cool. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you want these in the future, if I see them. So basically, what I'm doing is I see all this. I watch live football, and I also like Tampa Bay down here, but I just want to give out my number one. This would be it. Tennessee over the Jets -6. Mainly the rest of this stuff I look at, and it's just garble. I don't see anything. So if I see something that jumps off the screen, that's what I'll make a video about. Here it is. So if they play this game 100 times, 80 times Tennessee covers, 20 times the Jets will cover, in my opinion here. So last week I said 95 out of 100. That's how egregious their mistake was. Long story short, Tennessee's missing their top 2 receivers, but they're getting their top tight end back. I don't know if the bots account for that. The Jets, they're going to have a hard time scoring. Their offense is really weak, and they're young, and they're learning. And Tennessee's got basically one of the biggest, strongest, fastest, bulldozing running backs in professional football. So I expect him to run the clock down, and I expect him to score some points. And Tennessee has a lot of different receivers. Last week they threw to 10 different receivers, and their top 2 receivers that are out this week only caught, I think, like 5 or 6 balls last week, and so they can operate without them. And I don't think the Jets are going to score a whole lot, and I think they're in a lot of trouble, and Tennessee will probably end up winning by like 14-17, but I could be wrong. This is professional football. It's different than college. These are professionals. Jets have a team full of professionals, so anything can happen. But like I say, 80 out of 100, Tennessee runs away in this game. And the rest of this is garble. I don't understand any of this. What I mean by that is basically all these other numbers are correct, right? I don't see any advantage except for Sunday night. You get down here, same story. Like here, I might buy a point. See, it's 7, and I might go over here. I might buy a half point. I don't really like buying half points. I'll probably maybe buy a full point, but 7's not bad by itself. Tampa Bay, Tom Brady going back to New England Patriots. If you know football, you know what that means. Tampa Bay's coming off of getting beat down last week, and Tom Brady's and the Bucs are usually pretty good after they lose a game. They usually win pretty soundly. Same story with the Jets here. New England's going to have a hard time. They lost one of their best running backs, their pass catching running back, James White. He's out. I think he's a huge part of that offense, and I think they're in a lot of trouble against Tampa Bay without him. Gronkowski's out for Tampa Bay. That's going to hurt Tampa Bay a little bit, but I think Gronk and James White will counteract each other. I think this spread's wrong. I do think the bots should have put it higher, but it's professional football, right? Everyone's a pro, so you never know. I could see Tampa Bay winning this game by 14-17 as well. But I like it about the same as Tennessee over the Jets. A little less. Maybe I put Tennessee at 85 out of 100, and I put Tampa Bay at 80 out of 100. And but it's basically the same storyline, both of these games, right? The Patriots, I think they're gonna have a real hard time scoring points, and that's bad. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting New England to score maybe 10 or 14, the Jets to maybe score 10 or 14, and Tennessee and Tampa Bay good offenses. And I expect them to probably score at least 24 apiece, and that's it. Anyways, the one I'm really recommending is this one, Tennessee, right here. And if you want to take a gander Sunday night, if you want to check into this one yourself, This would be my number 2. But this is the one I'm only going to recommend. I'll try to stick to just one recommendation. This is it. Tennessee mauling the Jets. Noon. So, you're going to have about 6 hours. Watch this video the first 6 hours after it's been published. This is today at noon, Sunday, October 3rd, noon. There it is. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about my little football season program I got going for you. And as always, thanks for watching.